Today on Suncoast View, no more endless searching. A new app will help you find a place to park in Sarasota stress-free.
And one of the most generous philanthropists on the Suncoast is here today. We're wishing Betty Schoenbaum happy 100th birthday and learning more about her giving heart.
Watch out, girls. I'm going to knock your socks off. It's Workout Wednesday, and we are boxing our way into better shape. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to author Sheba Mateo. Great to have you back.
Thank you, ladies. I love being here, as you know.
Well, we love when you're here.
Oh, yeah.
Got a lot of fun today.
Thank you, thank you.
Probably one of our more variety shows, varied shows, from talking about philanthropy to boxing to an amazing spread of food. You never know what we're going to do in a day here.
I'm a little worried about the boxing part, but hey.
No, that's all right. We got to work some calories
We know
off.
you like to hit stuff.
I do like it.
And now we'll learn proper technique.
There we go.
Yes. It is all good. Well, Sheba, of course, likes to give us the 10 lessons for being a lady.
Oh, thank you,
well,
you.
Today we need the 10 lessons for how not to be gluttonous at the table. Because when you see what is coming, and we all have this problem in the next week or so,
That's right.
but Chef Judy has a preview of some of the best Suncoast Thanksgiving dishes, and oh my goodness, I could eat this until Thanksgiving.
I know. I sort of feel like Darth Vader of diets. But, you know, it is Thanksgiving, and we're all gathering. And what we've done is we've picked out the places that you can dine at, you can get to go, some will deliver, and even places you can pick up your turkey on and all the sides on Thanksgiving morning. So a wide variety around the Suncoast, and I am just so excited. It's my favorite holiday of the year.
Me too, and one that gets often skipped. So, and I do love the concept that you don't have to cook. I mean, the point of the matter is to be with family and friends and sit down at the table. You don't have to cook.
We went through that many years. When my husband was in football, there was always football that weekend, so we would be out of town and eat in a hotel. And it was always great fun.
Exactly. It can be okay. I work every other year for the morning news. So, I mean, there's years you cook, there's years you don't. But I like that Judy has other options for us. So we look forward to it. It is time for our first hot topic, and technology comes in to solve our parking problems. This sounds too good to be true. There is a new parking app to help you find a public parking space in Sarasota. It's called Parker, go figure. It shows real-time available street spots downtown in Southside Village, St. Armand Circle, and Lido Beach. Could this mean the end of endless circling around? We will find out. It is available now for iPhone and Android.
I love this idea.
I love it too. It's downloaded on my phone. This is new. A little glitchy. I mean, I downloaded early in the morning, so I knew there were spots everywhere. And, you know, that's what it was showing. So we'll have to check it now as we go throughout the day.
It will work better than my present system, which is saying, when I get to that store, there will be a parking place. I believe there will be a parking place.
You will a spot.
I will it.
And I stalk. I drive slowly behind any human that looks like they might be moving toward a car.
Exactly.
Well, we all have different methods. I just stand there and stay there until someone moves in the area I want.
What does the traffic do around you?
I don't know. They move.
There
That's not my concern. I'm waiting for a spot.
There is a study that says that those that circle around are more optimistic because they know they're going to get a parking space closer to their entrance.
Oh.
I'm very optimistic.
All right. Well,
But an app will help.
An app will help. So hopefully that will also help the general attitude and disgruntledness I know we all have about dealing with parking in some of our wonderful city spots. So everybody download. We'll see if it makes things easier. Well, here's something even more convenient. Great news from our Suncoast restaurants. You can now get food delivered by Uber Eats. So users have access to more than 50 area restaurants. They deliver 24/7 as long as the restaurant is open for a $4.99 delivery fee. The list includes casual, like McDonald's, and all the way to upscale, like Louis Modern. You can order from the app or the website Will you use this?
I have been waiting for this to hit Sarasota. I use it every time I'm in Miami, literally. So I have been like, why we can't get it here?
Does it work? Do you like the way it works?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like literally any restaurant, and it's not that long of a wait. You know,
Yeah,
and they'll tell you what the wait is. So like if the wait is 45 minutes, it will say your delivery will be here in 45
because they have
minutes.
traffic just like
right.
you
Well, they
would.
have to cook, too.
That's right.
They have to make your food.
And just like Uber, you can track the driver so you can see where he is and how close he
amazing.
is.
Oh.
So, I mean, I love this, and I have been waiting for this to come to this area.
I have
Me
got
too.
company coming next week. We're going to be doing that.
The list is amazing because I went on and checked it out, and it really is an incredible wide variety, whether you're in the mood for something casual, something way high-end. I mean, a lot of participating restaurants.
Which was funny because they just started another food delivery app, and I was
They
still
did.
wondering, like,
Okay.
where is Uber Eats? Because, you know,
yes.
another one came in town, and I was like, I couldn't understand it.
And the funny thing is, when you look at this service, I was ordering from, I forget the exact name of it, 20 years ago. Did I date myself? Anyway, in New Jersey with the same sort of concept. So you could call, and it would, you know, the service would go and get your food from every restaurant. So I'm elated that it's finally here.
Yeah, and this gives the drivers a little bit more options. So
Yes.
now you don't have to wait for someone to pick them up in case things are slow. Now you can go get someone else.
That's a good point. The only thing I wonder about the drivers, and this kind of goes back to the parking thing. Okay, let's say I ordered from Louis, since we know it's on the list. Okay, I know that parking in front of Louis is not easy. Will Uber get to pull up in like a loading zone or something? Like the poor guy, does he have to circle
In
around and find
Miami,
a
they
spot?
just park anywhere.
Yeah, I
they're
wondered-
literally in front of the condo, and like on the street, people are like blowing horns and all kinds
And
of
the
stuff.
Uber driver just picks
Just
it up,
there.
goes about his way.
And sometimes they're not very nice. They'll say, it's like, my friend stays in a condo right across from the stadium. So literally, the game would be going on, and there's like all this game traffic, and they're like, well, I'm not coming up. Come down and get it.
Okay, so that was my next question. Do we have to go out to the curb? Because I would
Yes.
think for their sake you should.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll need a little Uber etiquette, I think,
Yeah.
to make
No,
it
I like that.
make it
That sounds
easier
good.
for
Why
the
don't we write
drivers.
that book?
No, yeah, write that book.
There's
Uber
your next
etiquette.
Uber etiquette.
See, we're inspirational here. I know we are. Well, we've certainly got girl power, and girl power business is alive and well in our state. A new analysis shows that Florida is second in the nation in the growth of women-owned businesses in the last 20 years. The Tampa area, which does include our Suncoast, ranks 11th among the top 50 metropolitan areas, with 130% growth in the last 15 years in women-owned businesses. Nationwide, women-owned businesses have doubled since the mid-90s. All right, Shiba, you're the closest thing to an
I was gonna
entrepreneur
say,
we got. Tell us about
It
this.
is about time that we are fully recognized for the brilliance that we all have.
And the courage.
But honestly, yes, and I think, you know, when you look at resources in general, and you know how the United States has been formed and how, you know, most businesses are formed, it is a battle for resources. And then in terms of diversifying our intellect, we have progressed through a service industry, and now we're providing other services that kind of tap into that human emotion. So when you look at, you know, psychiatrists and doctors and women opening their own practices, that, you know, we're also supporting one another by attending those physicians or attending those psychiatrists. So
I love this, but I feel like it's also bittersweet for me because I'm like thinking now it took this long, you know, for women to get to a place where we're, you know, having so many businesses. And I find that that's the disheartening part, but I'm happy that we've made it here. But I'm like, wow, it's
But you know,
2017.
yeah.
All of my very best friends are entrepreneurs. I'm looking, but nobody else but me has to ask to get off from work. All the others own their own businesses, and that's people 40 years older than you, Bobette.
But technology has really paved the way for us to be able to do that and find those niche markets where we're able to kind of, you know, create our own personality, if you will, and follow that path in terms of your own passion.
Well,
so if
sometimes
it's
that's the best
crafting-
option because, you know, if you have a child or a weird schedule,
That's
you
right.
can't have the regular traditional job sometimes. It just makes life so much more difficult. So, you know, starting your own business is the way to go
It's a
because
great
it
way to
gives
go.
you that option of, you know, I can set my own
flexibility.
schedule.
That's right.
And
freedom.
like Linda, honestly, I'm envious of that. I mean, I've spent my entire career working for somebody else,
too.
so you don't have that flexibility, and it is frustrating and
I
hard.
will
So.
of course
tell you
the-
the plus of that.
Okay.
The plus of that is if you are working for yourself, one day that you are not working, you are one day closer to not getting your paycheck.
Right.
So
The
there
pluses
is
and
some
minuses.
stability, I have to say. Yes.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, sexual harassment headlines continue to pop up daily, from Hollywood to politicians. So now an actor is speaking out about second chances. Former Breaking Bad star Bryan Cranston says Kevin Spacey and Harvey Weinstein could get a second chance in society if they showed that they put in some work to get better and make amends. Cranston said society should leave it open for people to rehabilitate themselves and maybe even find respect for others. Cranston also says sexual predator behavior is not a Hollywood problem. We've certainly seen that this week, but rather a societal problem. Do all these people who have been in the headlines deserve to be exiled forever? I mean,
I believe in second chances, but they have to prove that they're very sincere and that they really have changed.
I believe in psychiatric intervention. If it is an epidemic, then, or not necessarily an epidemic, but if it is a problem that is as rampant as we are now finding out, then there's a fundamental issue here. And then we talk about history and marriage and where that all comes from. So it's something that's always been pervasive in our genetic makeup, procreation, and the lack thereof, lack of empathy. All those things are come into play.
I agree with you, and I think just to take it a little step further, I think some of the things that have come out about actors, politicians, and all these different people, they're atrocious actions, and I feel those people should be held accountable for their actions, because a person that was victimized has probably been dealing with that victimization for a very, very, very long time. Now, with that said, I feel society has come to a place, not just with this, but once a person makes a mistake, we just turn our backs on them, and I don't think that's the best way to teach or learn from our mistakes. So I do feel there is some level of repentance that should happen, and some learning from that behavior. But I think this is bigger than just those people making these mistakes. I feel like society helps to aid that behavior, because we haven't stood up in the past to say this is wrong and we need to put an end to this. A lot of times victims of rape and other sexual violence, they're
victimized
just by coming forward.
That's right. That's
And I'll bet that these guys that were abusing the women were telling their friends what they were doing, and the friends would say, "Oh, way to go, guy, way to go." I bet they were getting approval.
And
from
even
their
if they
own
weren't getting
friends.
approval, we do know that people know and didn't come forward. So I mean, the entire culture of what is acceptable needs to change. But I believe in the second chance, but boy, I'm with Linda. You got to put in a lot of work, because there's been a lot of wrong, and it takes more right to right that wrong, and there's just been a lot of it. So
sometimes it's not possible, but they still need to try.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So speaking of Hollywood, do you miss seeing George Clooney on the big screen? I know I do. He has not been in a film since early last year, and no more are planned. Well, in a recent Times interview, the 56-year-old has said movies aren't really a priority for him anymore. He also admits, since he sold a tequila company for $1 billion, he just doesn't need the money. All right, I guess I get that. And he says at his age, he's not the guy that gets the girl anymore. Or at least he says he shouldn't be.
A guy with $1 billion who looks like that, he still gets the girl.
I say he can have everyone in the room. Married,
maybe in real life, but the parts that they're writing now, he's going to have to work against some other younger people to try to get that part. I see where he's coming from.
Sexy Silver, you go, guy. It's okay.
Can we talk about Casa Amigos, though? His tequila. It does rank second, I'm sorry, George, on my list. But it's amazing. And yes, I do enjoy that one.
And the one thing I do appreciate is his honesty. Obviously making movies is a lot of work, and he's got a beautiful wife and children and $1 billion in the bank. You don't have to do it.
It's like, I don't need it.
It's okay to step back, and maybe that's nice to hear admitted rather than somebody that just wants to keep rolling in the dough.
Yes.
Like he's enjoying life.
Yeah, but he's been doing this a long time. If he steps back, he may find it's fun to do it again.
Or find a true passion, a real purpose, where he says, okay, this is going to be what I want to do, versus having fit the roles. Well, fit those roles. Kind of, create his own.
We'll see what happens, but he's just laying
excited,
low, and that's
excited to watch.
He's got a lot of life ahead.
We're going to check in with our happy hour forecast. When we come back, we sit down with one of the Suncoast's biggest philanthropists.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your first alert weather forecast for this happy hour. And we're looking at pretty nice weather. Currently, we have sunshine and Temperatures on the mild side, mid-70s right now, 77 degrees. The dew point is at 55 and the humidity low at 46%. We have a north wind at 12 and the barometer 2993, and still high, still holding on. Winds out of the north everywhere with the exception of the Keys out of the northwest there at Anna Maria and Longboat Key, and then down south anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour from Northport to Venice to Minnesota to Inglewood. The Rotunda now 9 mile an hour on the north, and that's keeping things a bit cooler. And in fact, lows tonight will be in the upper 50s to start things off on into Thursday morning. We look to see a little bit on the cooler side as well as that north wind. Fair skies all the way through, and it looks as though we will see no threat of any rainfall here. We'll have much more on our forecast. Obviously, let you know about the rest of the work week and into the weekend coming up today at 5. See you then.
The Suncoast is known for its generosity and philanthropy, but few people have ever opened their hearts as deeply as Betty Schoenbaum, and she has touched countless lives, and today she's here to encourage the new generation of philanthropists. Betty, we are so happy to have you.
I'm thrilled to be here, and I'm honored. Thank you.
We forgot to wish you happy 100th birthday.
Well,
Happy birthday!
That is a wonderful thing, to have lived during the 20th century and seen the changes in the world that happened during those 100 years. I've been privileged to be in the world at that time.
And to help change it. How did you celebrate 100 years?
Well, I invited 200 people to come to a birthday party at Michael's on East and celebrate with me. About 110 of those were family and friends from other places that we've lived. Aww. And then the rest of them were friends from here. I could have asked 1,000 people because having given, I know so many people in the community who also give. And it's such a pleasure to be with them. But I couldn't ask the whole world, so I had 200.
Well, you have reached out and helped a lot of people across the whole world. And of course, a lot of people know you by the Glasser-Schoenbaum Center here. Tell me what the mission of that center is.
The mission of that center is to serve people who cannot afford to have cash, and they have problems, and we solve their problems. And when we originally opened, we rented the space out for $4.50 a square foot. We're more money now because utilities went up, tripled almost, and we also have other expenses that, our insurance went up because we're on
you're close to the water. We all know about that. Well, you have done so many wonderful things for this community. What inspires you, Betty?
I was not inspired. There was a wonderful woman called Kay Glass. Kay Glassers wanted to build a mall of human services where people who do not have money would have an opportunity to get the information they need and not have to pay a lot of. If they did have a little money, they would ask them for a very minimum amount. And they take care of blind people, veterans, homeless, hungry, girls that have been trafficked. It has a place to go to recuperate.
You just do so many things, but you told me once too, your husband inspires you.
Oh yes, he
What a
did.
guy he was.
Yes, he raised $31 million for Salvation Army.
$31 million. You met him in college.
Yes, that's right.
You were a dancer at Ohio State?
Well, I was at Ohio State and I danced.
And what did he do? That was pretty impressive.
Huh?
What did your husband do at Ohio State? That was pretty impressive.
Well, he worked because back then you worked, if you played on the football team, you worked your way through college. Usually it was to pay for your room and board.
Oh, wow, so he was a football player. He was an All-American, right? All-American football player?
He was an All-American football player, right?
That's
he was
right.
a great football player.
That's right.
You go, girl.
He was good.
And you started Shoney's.
That's
Shoney's
right.
Big Boy.
That's the big boy with the big girl there.
Well, you have been so generous with the money, with helping people. What gives you most satisfaction that you've done to help other people?
Well, there was a group of Ethiopian Jews in Africa. They were farmers, and it stopped, the rain stopped falling in Africa, and they absolutely were starving. And the Jewish people of Israel brought hundreds of thousands of Ethiopian Jews to Israel. And to educate them was a problem because they had no schools in Africa where they lived. And because of that, they came with no education. And some of them, they were from 16 on down. And we started with schools, and I put in a school, and my school eventually made it to the top of the ranks.
Wow.
When we took it over, the matriculation rate was 41% because they had no schooling.
Wow.
And when 8 years later, my matriculation rate is the best in the state of Israel.
Wow.
And it is now 91%.
91%.
That's
Thank you for
amazing.
all you do, Betty, not only here but across the world. Thank you so much, and happy 100th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes, happy
You
birthday.
can get more information about how you can get involved in helping others. Just go to the GS Human Services website, and you'll get all that information next Suncoast for Sale.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Now, there's no doubt the hurricane disturbed our lives back in September. But what did the storm do to real estate numbers? Realtor Andrew Haddad is here with the results of a new study that looks at the health of the Suncoast real estate market.
That's right.
Now, this is important to us because both Linda and I have homes on the market. Right. And we're like, you know, what's happening? Because, you know, when Irma came by and a couple of the other ones came close, a lot of people got nervous. And we were like, are people still looking?
Absolutely. So you're going to see those September numbers. I mean, from new pendings were down almost 13%. Ooh. New listings were down almost 39%. Wow. Yet you have to realize we lost 2 weeks. in that month, that week of prep and the week afterward. Yet the market's bounced back, and overall, the third quarter in 2017 is only down 1.7% in sales from last year.
And that's minus 2 weeks. It's only
minus
down 1%.
2 weeks.
So that's
exactly.
really good.
Absolutely. So overall, the market's doing great, and what we're seeing is year over year, we're seeing an increase in prices, about 6.5, 6.7%. So yeah, absolutely. And when we look at those numbers, they, the Sarasota Manatee Association of Realtors breaks it out into Sarasota County and Manatee County. So it's huge geographic locations. What I'm going to show you today is we've actually broken out Sarasota in 5 different zones.
Okay.
Very different zones. And we'll go through those right now.
Okay, let's look at them.
Called the Zergami Report. And it's because our market is hyper local, right?
Okay.
It's like, what is the temperature?
Whatever is happening national doesn't always impact us here.
Absolutely. So in the luxury market, this is going to represent the top 10% of our market.
Okay.
So you're going to see we have 11.5 months of inventory. That means there's almost a year's supply of inventory on the market.
Okay.
That's a lot. Average price point here is 188, or I'm sorry, days on the market 188, and you're going to see the median sales price at 1.1 million. 50% of all the luxury sales, though, occur on the Keys.
Okay.
And almost 3/4 of the luxury sales occur somewhere near the water.
Okay.
So now we broke out the Keys. So you can look at this. Now look at the months of inventory. Now this is closer to a balanced market, a balanced buyers and sellers market. The median price has vastly gone down, yet with the Keys, those luxury properties are bringing up the value. So you see the average value of $186,000.
Okay.
So pretty huge. 72% of the Keys, of the sales on the Keys, are condos, which you would expect, of course, from our tourists. So, and then next we are going to break down downtown and west of the trail. That is in complete hyper market of its own. So huge. We have a pretty balanced market. Okay. You're going to see very interesting. You'd think this is higher. $450,000 is the median sales price in west of trail and downtown. That means half of the homes are below $450,000. The other half are above $450,000.
Okay.
You would think by what we see and we hear that this would be in the 800s or $1 million range.
Yeah.
Yet this is the true facts of this specific zone.
Okay.
And again, the luxury price points are pulling that up. Now the central Sarasota zone, you're going to see the shaded area in the middle. This is the largest portion of this geographic area that has the most amount of sales. More than half of the sales come from this central Sarasota zone. The biggest thing about this, super hot sellers market. You're going to see 3.2 months of inventory. That is a crazy sellers market. Days to sell are 78 as well.
So people want to live between the trail and 75. That's interesting to me.
Well, and again, it's the price point as well. The demand for housing at that price point is so high.
Right.
So absolutely.
All right, well, thank you so much, Andrew.
You are very welcome.
And we know that because you're a realtor, you have a lot of homes that are for sale. So if you guys want to go look at some of those, you want to go to sellingthesuncoast.com and get a full list of all of those homes that are on the market right now. Next, we're going to be lacing up our gloves and putting on some shoes. It's Workout Wednesday.
Right.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now. Make one monthly program payment and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks. In ICU, he went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Well, sometimes it just feels good to punch something and release the stress and frustration. But boxing with a punching bag is also a very effective workout. That's why Katie Munn from Title Boxing Club at the University Park is here to teach us some really good moves. Well, Katie, we need a mid-motivation week because, you know, we're kind of tired, and I've heard boxing is a very effective and healthy thing to do. So tell me about some of the benefits.
Yeah, some of the benefits with boxing. Of course, you'll get the cardiovascular system, which is going to prevent you from that heart disease. Then with boxing, of course, you're going to get your arm muscles, your biceps, your triceps, your traps, your shoulders, as well as you'll get your legs, your back, and your abs.
All right.
During the whole thing.
So all of those things.
Full body
positive
workout. All full body workout. And then to go into emotions, you've got your self-esteem, the confidence comes up. You've got your stress relief, your aggression relief. You go out walking with your endorphins going.
Ooh, okay. Well, describe a typical class for me. What would it be like?
A class, yeah, what we do is we're an authentic boxer's workout. So we're non-contact. You won't get hit, but we're going to utilize the fundamentals of what a true boxer will do for his workout. So we've got a 15-minute warm-up. Your trainer's going to take you through stretches, shadow boxing, calisthenics, full body exercises. Then you'll go into your 30 minutes of that heavy bag training. You've got a 100-pound heavy bag. You've got a boxing, kickboxing, or an MMA workout. Your trainer will show you, demonstrate, teach you, and correct you with your technique. Then you'll go into your 15 minutes of core, which is all abs. It is killer abs at the bottom to sculpt the rest of you out.
Well, you know, you said a couple words. You said MMA and you said a typical boxer. Well, can I do something like this? Because it feels like it may be too advanced.
It is for everyone. We've got people from 8 years old up to, I believe, 98 years old. And we've got a member 70 years old who just took his 600th class.
Wow.
So all shapes, all sizes, modification, you read your body, it is just you versus the bag.
Okay, well, with that in mind, I feel like I would like to learn something. So can you show us a couple punches?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna come up to this bag.
Okay.
We're gonna have your left foot in front, have your right foot in back, arms up next to that chin, and we're gonna throw that jab is gonna be that left arm. That jab comes straight out.
Okay.
And jab, and your cross is that other arm. So put them together, you got your jab, cross. Good, we're gonna do jab, cross, and you're gonna hook to the side and hook to the side. Jab, cross, hook to the side, hook to the side. There it is.
All right.
You got it. One more time. Jab, cross, hook, hook. Perfect.
Jeez Louise.
There it is.
Are you working different muscles with the jab, the cross, and the hook?
Yes, so you will. And you're also using those hips, your obliques. You're using that full body. It starts from the feet all the way up to those shoulder muscles.
Yeah, because I feel it more than just in my hands. I kind of feel it here.
That rotation, if you just keep on punching, you are gonna feel that cardio. You're gonna start getting that heavy, heavy breath.
Well, you said anybody, so I'd like to volunteer Linda to talk. Is that okay?
Yes, come on, Linda.
All right, Linda, come on up.
You may be sorry.
That's right. Well, you like punching things, Linda.
She's the violent one.
Yeah, Linda likes punching.
Yeah,
all right, so
my hands up.
All right, hands are up, your left foot in front. You've got your jab out.
Jab.
We got your cross.
Cross.
We got your jab, cross, hook, hook. There it is.
So I'm in danger behind her. I'm not even in front, and I can feel it.
Nice to meet you.
And try it one more time.
Okay, let's see. I got to get this one out.
You got
it. Out,
jab,
cross, jab, cross, hook, hook.
Good.
Okay, Beth, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I don't want to spar with you.
Don't laugh, guys. You try.
I'm not. You're serious.
So when you're doing this, and I know you've shown us multiple moves, but there are other things that you guys have done, and in fact, because of that, you have a lot of success stories. Tell us about one of your success stories.
Yeah, one of our success stories is Kelvin Rodriguez. He has been with us for about 3 years now, but we just had a challenge that was 31 classes in 31 days. He just participated in that 31-31 challenge and lost 31 pounds during that challenge.
So this was Kelvin before he started, right?
Yes, that was
right
Kelvin.
when he at the beginning of the
Exactly,
challenge.
before the challenge.
So this was 31 classes in 31 days?
31
That's
classes.
a lot of boxing.
It is a lot of
boxing. So it's like every day.
He was so dedicated. We saw him, everyone ended up being a family because we'd see him for breakfast every single morning. He was there.
Wow. Well, you know, lucky for us, we brought him out. He's here today. So, Kelvin, can you come out and show us your results?
Yes.
Woo! Yay, Kelvin! That's amazing. So, one more time, remind me, how much weight did you lose?
I lost 30 pounds in 31 pounds in 31 days.
Oh, my.
What a difference it made.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you feel now?
It's life-changing.
I'm going to have you turn around.
Life-changing.
Life-changing. I know you want to talk about the full body example of the weight loss.
I feel great. It's just, I feel like a new person.
Wow.
And how long did you box for each day?
I was going one class a day.
Okay.
And I've been going to title boxing for 3 years. But when we started the challenge in August, that's when I lost since August.
All the weight.
Yeah,
well, I
all
want
the
to
way.
see some of the moves that you actually use to lose that weight. Can you show us?
Yeah.
Let's do jab, cross, roll, cross.
Okay. Yeah. Cross, roll, cross.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
cross,
advanced.
roll, cross.
So he's getting out of the way from a punch that would be coming at him. He's rotating his whole body while he's using this and using those shoulders. And we're going to do just a jab cross burnout now. And this is really where you get that cardio going. That cardio goes nonstop, nonstop. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow! Congrats, Kelvin.
Thank you.
I can see why you lost that weight. That's an amazing workout. Now, to get information about class times and all the information you need, go to Title Boxing Club's website, and you can get everything you need. Next, we're going to look at a Ringling Film student's latest project. We'll be right back. And Linda's continuing to box over here.
Jab, cross. Hook, 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 hook.
The ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. After the city sunk millions of dollars into building a popular spot in Bradenton, why some are concerned it's turned into a hangout for area homeless. Plus, a treatment center for foster children in Sarasota breaks ground, why it's considered the first of its kind in the world. Now let's get a check on our First Alert weather forecast with Bob Harrigan.
Well, a little chillier today as a result of a northerly wind, and it looks like that continues now up and down the coast. 8 miles an hour out of Bradenton. Out of the north, same in Ellenton and Whitfield and Sarasota now at 8 to 10 miles an hour down in South Sarasota County. And that is bringing some cooler temperatures, some drier air too. We'll look for lows tonight to be close to seasonal averages down into the mid to upper 50s. So a nice start for our Thursday. We'll let you know about the big weekend coming up and beyond coming up today at 5. See you then.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA has recently warned about an increased risk of leg and foot amputations associated with the use of certain diabetic medications such as Invokana and Invokamet. If you or a loved one took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation, ketoacidosis, kidney failure, or even death, call the Rely On group now. We are here to help you get the justice you deserve. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-355-8205. That's 800-355-8205.
Alums. Today, instructor Victor Simpkins and film student Holly Perez are here to tell us about their producing short films and about the curriculum at Ringling. Welcome, guys. We're so happy to have you. Okay, Holly, you're the one. I come home one night, I look in my mailbox, there's a letter, and it says, "We would like to use your home to make a film." And I think, wow, a movie at my house. Then I see what the name of the movie is, and I say, oh no, this person knows me. Tell me the name of the movie.
It was called Lonely Sex.
Lonely Sex. Why did you think my house would be a good location for Lonely Sex?
We were just
She's like, I don't know.
we weren't targeting you. We were like, you know, we went to every house that we thought looked like it was suitable.
Like it would have lonely sex.
We're just giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
We just hit mailbox after mailbox and just happened to come across.
So I don't feel so bad then.
We did everything.
If you didn't know me, I don't feel so bad about you
no
asking
idea.
me for that. I was so thrilled at first, and then I thought, who have they been talking to? How do they know about that? Well, Victor, all kidding aside, but do your students have a hard time finding locations for films?
Finding locations is generally difficult. It's hard because we don't pay location fees, and it takes a lot of work. It's a lot to work in someone's house for 12 hours a day, let alone for more than one day. So it can be difficult, but the community is extremely responsive also in general. But it's a new experience for them to go out and cold call people and ask for something for free.
Well, I was not so shocked when I read the other side of the letter, which was written by you, and it told what the project was, that it was a Ringling School project, and this was all above board, and it said nothing about knowing that I was having lonely sex. So I rethought the whole thing. Now, Holly, do you knock on doors often and ask for film locations?
This was actually the first time that I got to go do that because I was producing her film, and one of the things we have to do is go out and location scout. And the best way to do that is honestly just going out into the community and just start knocking on doors. And I mean, you obviously get shut down a couple of times, but other times the community is so so welcoming and so open, and they're thrilled when they hear we're Ringling students, and they're always just willing to help, which is so awesome.
That is
good. Did you find a location for your movie?
Yes, we ended up finding one. Which
Very
awesome.
good, because now I feel really bad.
Don't worry, we'll be back.
But I did want to read the script first, just to make sure what the person in that bedroom was doing. So, Victor, what kind of response do you get? Because your name's on it too. So what kind of response do you get from the community?
I get interesting response. People find the letter sometimes 2 months later. I just had a woman in your neighborhood actually write me a lovely email saying, I'm so sorry that I missed this. We would love to do this at any time in the future. Please come back.
Oh, great.
I mean, it's really extraordinary.
Yeah.
And we work in private homes as well as in businesses as well. Restaurants in town. We've shot 8 films so far this semester.
Oh,
and so we're all over all the time. We were at the farmer's market. We were at Barry's Trailer on 301. We've been, you know, these kids work everywhere.
And remind everybody about the curriculum, because junior year, producing a short film is the big project. Is that correct?
Every student in the junior class gets to write and direct their own short film as part of the junior year curriculum.
Wow.
So this is a big undertaking.
What do you hope they get out of this?
Oh, there's so much they get out of it. Just the experience of being forced to go out into the neighborhood to ask for something is a great experience, and it's one that one does professionally in the film industry as well.
Oh, one does that professionally in this business too.
Right. So all of these things are experiences that are actually true to the industry.
That's great.
Yeah.
And Holly, change the name of the movie, and you're welcome. Great Sex would have gotten you in. For more information, go to their website at Ringling and Ringling College of Art and Design. Next, a beach resort is really making Thanksgiving dinner easy.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Welcome back. We're talking about great ideas for Thanksgiving. If you haven't had a chance to poke out on Longboat Key to the new Zoda Beach Resort, this is the view from the restaurant and bar.
Beautiful.
It is absolutely stunning. Remember, this used to be the Hilton property, and Zoda purchased it and built a new building. So on the right-hand side was what used to be the Hilton. On the left-hand side is their new creation. They were kicking it off with some sand sculptures in the past couple of weeks, but they have a full restaurant there. They are serving Thanksgiving dinner, and anytime you're out on Longboat Key, I suggest stopping by and enjoying the view, because many people do not realize it is open to the public, the restaurant and bar.
I didn't know it was. That's really good to know.
Yep, and out-of-town guests, I'm sure, would enjoy being spoiled. Judy, spoil us! We're coming to eat with you.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
We've all heard how military veterans adjusting to the civilian world may have certain issues.
30. 70.
If only everyone had this issue. No matter what challenge they face, Easter Seals is here for America's veterans.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. With the threat to the coyote population in Venice growing, what health officials and pet owners say is their biggest concerns. Now, taking a quick look at our first alert traffic right now, no major crashes in the area that are delaying traffic, but if you plan on going up the interstate, heading north, well, it looks pretty smooth at this hour, all green on the maps, and only slight delays on University Parkway. Now let's get another check on the weather with Bob.
Scott, thank you. High pressure continues to keep skies generally fair today, and a little bit of a north wind too. So this high pressure ridge is bringing in that northerly flow, which is slightly cooler. Highs today were close to seasonal averages in the upper 70s, and looks like we'll see a cool night tonight, but that's fairly typical for this time of year. By 11, it'll be down to 62 under mostly fair skies. Now, there is another cold front on the way. We'll let you know about the timing of that front coming up today at 5. See you then.
The ABC 7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Coming up Thursday at 4 on Suncoast View, there is much to love about living here on the Suncoast, and that includes our sea creatures. So we've invited a few friends, including a huge snapping turtle. Then we'll take you to South Florida Museum to introduce you to Laguna, their newest manatee. Plus, homegrown group Western Suns sings in Sounds of the Suncoast, and Currents at the Hyatt is in the kitchen.
Welcome back. We're here with Chef Judy and the best Suncoast Thanksgiving ever. Now, out of all the wonderful things that you've prepared, I would really like to start with the cocktails, please.
Let's start with a cocktail. Raise your cocktails.
Yay.
This is from Brick Smoked Meats. Now,
Cheers.
this is not something you can bring your cooler or your jug and pick up and get, but you can get that here.
While you wait, though.
That's the caramel apple
Well,
cider with Tito's vodka, apple cider, and butterscotch, cinnamon sugar rim. So you ladies sip away. And that's happy hour, and I will talk Thanksgiving. Cheers to a great holiday. Let's start over at Geyer's Sausage Kitchen. Now, this is the time, if you're cooking at home, you want to order your turkeys. They also do the full turkey dinner, complete brochures on their website, roast turkey with stuffing. What I love about this little ham is it's just that small amount. I always have a roast and a couple turkeys because somebody may not like turkey. That would probably be me. So it's nice to have just that small, especially if you're a small group. It's nice just to have that size. They have their delicious pull-apart cheesy bread, asparagus with garlic and nuts. I order, Linda, you've ordered this before. We've had it a few years ago, the sweet potato streusel casserole.
Oh, it was so good.
It is. Oh, it could be dessert. Now, when they say green bean casserole, they don't mean from a can. They make that homemade mushroom soup, fresh green beans, the whole 9 yards. So that's a great option. Over here we have Brick Smoked Meats, and what I love is on their holiday catering, their holiday menu, they will be open on Thanksgiving morning to pick things up. So it will come all wrapped, reheating instructions, everything from great macaroni and cheese and cranberry orange relish to the smoked turkey, smoked brisket, which they've won awards for, which is incredible. Kale apple salad, very simple, go online ordering, and you can pick it up Thanksgiving morning, which I love. Now, Felipe Creek, they're open on Thanksgiving, and what people I have found, I've talked to a lot of people that dine there, even though they have that delicious traditional turkey dinner, most people go for stone crabs and steamers, this big steam pots. So it's Florida. Go to the beach, put your flip-flops on. Somebody in the family wants turkey, they got it, but you have so much more to get there, big stuffed sole and all that. Great idea. Now, the more formal, beautiful alfresco dining, indoor and outs, would be the Table Creek side, and they have things like the lobster that's poached in butter and then stuffed with king crab. They have a Wagyu ribeye, which I tried the other night, fantastic. And the roasted shank with the glaze, so holiday, just lovely. And a turkey roulade with all the stuffing and sweet potato pie. And it's just so yummy. So those are some great options. Sandals at the Creek. Big tables, so a family of 20 can get in there. And make your reservations now, though, for a lot of these restaurants like the Table Creek side. Madison's 41. Now, I know I should start with the turkey, but I'm starting with these adorable individual desserts. If you are a party of 2 or 4 for your dining at home, isn't that cute? Now, Madison's, aren't they the best? Now, Madison's has a buffet, but they also, you can order the full Thanksgiving dinner, drive your car around to the back door, pop the trunk, and they put it all in for you. We've had our neighbors have done it. They love it. And you drive home, you throw away all the pans, and you just throw things around the kitchen. You're exhausted. You stain your apron. Paul Madison doesn't mind. And of course, roast beef, all the traditional on the buffet. So that's Madison's 41, and remember that you can pick up your to-go order. Which I love it.
And look at that butternut squash.
I know, isn't that
that
casserole?
Yeah.
And then you really have the cheese on top. It really blends a lot of different things. And don't worry if you don't eat meat. They have a beautiful roasted salmon. So nice. So many. Ideas. Yeah, I love that. Their buffets are always nice and so popular. So that's a great option. Dine in or take out, but order now.
I like it.
And over here we have Louis Modern. Now, what is really great, they have a formal buffet for $65 per person. You can do pickup or delivery for a full Thanksgiving meal the day before, or you can enjoy their buffet. Stephanie, that would be the berry cobbler and the appleberry cobbler, and if there's a spoonful missing, I don't know about it.
Yeah, it'll be my fault. You should feel how heavy it is. That is pounds of fruit and topping. That's gorgeous.
And beautiful roasted vegetables, their infamous deviled eggs, they have arancini balls, they're gonna have this huge buffet. So all great options, dine in, take out, even All Days Barbecue, a shout out, because they're doing whole smoked turkeys, but it's time to order them to pick them up on Thanksgiving.
We are 1 week out. I would assume you need to be making phone calls right now.
And on the dining page, we have a full list of restaurants and gourmet stores and places that you can go to. So follow that list.
All right.
I've ordered 3/4 of my Thanksgiving out
that's
because
great.
I'll be on TV Thanksgiving morning.
You
with
know
all
what?
those
And
last
we can
minute-
call you for tips.
I'm your local Butterball hotline. I will be here from
That's right.
6 to 7:30
Judy will
a.m.
be live on Thanksgiving morning. If you do need cooking help, remember the point of the holiday is to be together with friends and family. You don't have to cook. You can order from our great Suncoast restaurants, or you can go out. Sheba, great to have you. Good thing we got our workout in, people, because it is time to dine. Everybody enjoy the rest of your day and the Suncoast view.